How to form an LLC in California. When starting a new company, choosing a business entity is one of the most important decisions that you make. For most businesses with more than one founding member, forming an LLC is often the best option. Before we begin, let's quickly define what an LLC is. An LLC stands for Limited Liability Company and is an uncomplicated business structure that gives business owners legal protection by separating personal assets from business debts. Creating an LLC can get complicated depending on where you're based, as the process differs from state to state. To avoid any missteps, follow along as we show you how to form an LLC in California. The first step in forming an LLC is to select a name. California has 3 naming guidelines. 1. Your LLC's name must end with one of the following phrases or abbreviations: Limited Liability Company, LLC, or LLC. Limited and Company can be substituted with LTD and Co. respectively. 2. Your LLC's name must be distinguishable from the names of existing businesses on file with the California Department of Financial Institutions. 3. Your LLC's name must not include the words trust, trustee, bank, incorporated, Inc., corporation, corp, insurance company, insurer, or other words that relate to the insurance industry. After selecting a name for your LLC, you can reserve it with the Secretary of State. To do this, 1. First search for your chosen business name in California by performing a business name search. 2. Then file a name reservation application with the Department of Financial Institutions by mail or hand delivery to reserve a name for up to 60 days. Note that reserving a name has a fee. Check the description below for more details. Step 2. Designate a registered agent. Like most U.S. states, forming an LLC in California requires appointing a registered agent service. A registered agent is an individual or a company that acts as your official point of contact in the state to receive legal documents, service of process, and other official communications from the state. It is their job to forward these documents and communications to your LLC in a timely manner. A registered agent also helps save time mailing documents and keeps your address and other personal information private. Your registered agent must meet the following requirements. 1. Must be a state resident with a street address in California. 2. Have a business office in California if located out of state. Check the description below for recommended registered agent services that can guide you through this entire process. Step 3. File Articles of Organization. An LLC is officially formed in California by filing Articles of Organization with the Secretary of State. The Articles of Organization must provide the following details: LLC's name, LLC's principal address, LLC's purpose, registered agent's name and address, whether the LLC will be member managed or managed by a specially designated manager, signature of person forming the LLC. You can file online or by mail. Note that there is a fee. Check the description below for more details. Next is to create an operating agreement. An operating agreement does the following: describes your business structure, establishes the individual responsibilities and obligations of your LLC members, details how the LLC will be run. Although California doesn't require one, an operating agreement clarifies the specific duties of its members, which may help your LLC avoid significant legal and operational difficulties. Step 5. Get an EIN. Before your company is ready to start doing business, you must obtain an IRS Employer Identification Number, EIN, by applying on the IRS website. The 9-digit EIN is like a social security number for a business and is necessary for things like paying income tax, filing tax returns, opening a business bank account. You can apply for an EIN on the IRS website. Finally, make sure to complete all additional legal requirements. Pay annual taxes. The California Franchise Tax Board requires all LLCs to pay a minimum franchise tax of $800 each year. However, LLCs that opt to be taxed as corporations should obey different tax rules. California franchise taxes are due on April 15. LLCs that report a net income of over $250,000 are required to pay additional taxes based on their total income from that year. File biennial reports. All California LLCs must file a Statement of Information with the California Secretary of State within 90 days of submitting their Articles of Organization. After the initial Statement of Information is filed, LLCs must file additional statements every 2 years during the anniversary month. The statement can be filed online, by postal mail, or hand-delivered to the Secretary of State's office. Register with California taxing authorities. Certain California LLCs must register with the California State Board of Equalization if they collect sales tax. Businesses with employees must register with the California Employment Development Department for tax purposes. Acquire additional licenses. Some LLCs in California may be required to obtain additional state or local licenses depending on their type of business. Visit CalGold, a tool provided by the California Office of Business and Economic Development that has a list of permits and licenses a business needs based on its location and type of business. So, to sum it up, how to form an LLC in California. 1. Select a name. 2. Designate a registered agent. 3. File articles of organization. 4. Create an operating agreement. 5. Obtain an employer identification number. 6. Fulfill your legal obligations, particularly relating to paying annual taxes, filing biennial reports, registering with the tax authorities, and applying for any additional licenses you may need. By following these steps, you can form an LLC in California. All the websites mentioned earlier are located in the description below and a link to a guide. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos answering your questions to all things LLC.